Tom has a really good golf swing, but he's got a two-way miss with his irons, plus he struggles to get that compression. This is our whip. Let's do a backswing. So my job was to get him missing it one way, and that was to the right. So in the first part of the session, we work on one thing in his setup that completely took out the left side of the golf course. When most golfers would dive into the complexities of the golf swing, this was all in his setup. And then we looked at improving his ball turf contact, and we worked at one thing in his backswing that helped him just do that.
I can just rip as hard as I want now.
You can't hook it when you're trying to hook it now, Tom.
I know.
Let's take a look at what we did.
See, that's one that's problematic.
That's the one, yeah.
Because I'm trying to take it out on the right side of that black flag.
Yep.
And that one didn't. And that's what happens next, is I make a compensation.
Yeah, you push it out there, yeah. And then you hit one to target like that, yeah?
There's the game wrecker right there. That's the one I can't have.
Okay, I got, yeah.
Those compensations are killing me.
You've got a two-way miss, haven't you? So you can stand on there and you can go, well, I can hit it over here and I can hit it over here. I think what we need to do, and this is what we'll do with a lot of golfers, is we'll go, how do we make sure that you've got more of a one-sided miss?
Sure.
As opposed to you standing on there going, well, it could go 20 yards right or that way. It's hard to predict. Whereas if you know that your ball is going to, let's say, if you miss, it might miss a little to the right. At least you can plan for that. We've got to take the left one away today. That's going to be my goal. When was the last time you looked at your golf swing?
A week ago.
Okay. When you look at your golf swing, what do you see?
To me, it doesn't look athletic at all. It looks like it's just it's like a sweep.
Okay. Let's
help me.
Let's take a look. I think that the most important thing you said as well, we've got to stop the searching and help you be absolutely clear on what's actually going on. So from front on, setup's pretty good. We'll come to the grip.
Ball position okay with the 6-iron?
Yeah, I'm just ahead of center there. That looks fine, yeah. Okay. As we swing back, I'll ask you what you notice, if there's anything that you notice at all.
Well, I've crossed outside the right line.
Yep. So we've had a little bit of a sway.
Yeah.
That can impact the strike.
Sure.
But also that can impact the ability to really load into this right leg. You talked about athleticism. And because you've got so much mobility in your thoracic spine, you know, this is no problem for you. Turning isn't an issue for you here anyway. So you've got loads of rotation there. Yes, I think we could potentially limit that or just tighten that up a little bit to create a bit more coil. Let's look at what goes on from here. And because we've had a little bit of a sway, we don't quite get to the impact line.
Yeah, look at that.
So we're a little behind it. We can see the club is down on the ground almost just before the golf ball.
Sure.
Which makes it just a little harder to really compress and squeeze that ball. So yes, we can do some things with the body motion. Still not the biggest thing that you want to improve. This is more to do with strike than efficiency. Which if we go to the down the line now we'll see what the issue is. But a lot of really good solid things in here. So let's show you what's good. Okay? Rather than just show you what's bad. Let's have a look. Posture looks nice. Let's have a look at how you swing the club relative to the swing plane. Pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to the top. On the way down. What do we notice? Pretty close, yeah?
Sure.
So you swing the golf club perfectly on the swing plane. That's one of the components for hitting it straight. What's the other component? We've got the direction that we swing the club. What's the other component?
So you mean path or face?
Yep, so this is path.
Yeah,
the swing plane
face.
is path. Face.
Yeah.
So why do you hit the golf ball to the left? You know this because your face generally gets closed.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you'll overcompensate. So let's identify where it is. So if we go to the top of the golf swing, and if we just take a look at your club face at this point, we can see your club face is facing the sky. Okay? This is what DJ would look like. DJ gets a very strong face here, but manages to still fade it. But when the club face is so strong like that, it's so much easier to hit the golf ball left. You're going to be always fighting it. And your club face, even in the backswing, look, if we look at this, it gets a little on the strong side. So it looks very much pointing towards the ground. Doesn't get that much rotation on the way back. So it's in a strong position here, very toe down, and then it gets very club face up at the top. So a square face would match your lead arm. So you can see your face angle is different to your lead arm there, yeah? Does that make sense?
So it should be more.
Yeah. Now, if I gave you a perfectly square face today at the top of the swing, you wouldn't be able to hit the golf ball very well. I'll show you what I mean. So, top of the swing here, a square face, we would have this leading edge and this in line. Yours is more here.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Now, if I just swing down from here and sort of do everything that I should do, look at the club face.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what you have to do constantly is just fight that. So your body knows that it's closed. So what you have to do is you go, well, you've got to work so hard to not hit it left that sometimes it'll go left when you sort of naturally swing through, and then sometimes you'll fight it, it'll go there. We haven't got to change your path. The swing plane is really, really nice. All we've got to zero in is what this club face is doing. It does start with the grip though. I think we can make some changes in the grip, which will feel a little strange, but it'll change what this does. We'll know we'll get it right if the first few shots that you hit just go straight right.
Okay. When I looked at the video, and I see it in mine too, this is my attack place.
Yeah.
And I want to be coming in, and I never see myself like that, so I can just rotate around.
Yeah.
I look stood up.
It's not as bad as you think. I think that for you, think about this, what we showed you just, yours is just a little too much over to the right.
Okay.
If we were a little bit more restrictive in this right leg, you would A, push more, and then B, get more onto this left side.
Okay.
It's not really about what the hands are doing, it's more about really how you're...
I'm getting too outside.
Yeah, we've got this little bit of sway to the right. If we were to be turning into this leg and then really pushing into this left side, getting you fully against that impact line, you'd be seeing the things that you want to see.
I see, okay.
And that would massively improve the ball striking, by the way, because it's so easy to hit heavy shots when you're a little too far behind it.
Yeah, okay.
Let's take a look at the grip. Left hand's a little strong, but the right hand's almost underneath as well. So you can see that right hand gets very much sort of underneath. We can see a lot of the grip of the club from face on. I think where I'd like to start, without changing both of the hands, I'd love to start with just the right hand and see what that does. And it's this hand, this one here.
Yeah.
We're going to get it more over into a slightly weaker position.
So you're saying more cover the thumb?
Yes. So I don't want to be able to see your glove thumb, and I don't want to be able to see any of the grip in between the thumb and the glove hand.
So I'm kind of here and
Yes.
that?
Yep.
Thumb off the side.
Thumb on the left-hand side. Your thumb is sort of more on the right-hand side of the club there.
Okay. I guarantee you I can put him in the bushes.
100%. Yeah, exactly. And you know the feeling, yeah? But then we can help you understand, and we always like to do this. Get this out of the equation.
Absolutely.
Take you to this way, and then bring it back.
Yeah, sure.
It's so much easier to do that if we get rid of the big miss, give you the consistent miss, and then just gradually bring that back. That'll be nice and easy.
Absolutely.
So let's get you in your setup. So you show me what you think a good grip looks like, and I'll come in and have a look at it.
You're telling me to make this parallel to that. Okay, so I got that, and then I'm going to cover.
Okay, let me take a look at that. So address the ball for us. Beautiful. So I like these fingers on, and I like this hand there like that. So there you go. So it covers it. That thumb's over to the left-hand side. I don't want to see any of that thumb. There you go. And that's what we would say is a more neutral grip. We're going to start with the grip. Let's see the change that the grip makes, and then we'll see what if we need to tap into anything in terms of your swing at all. And I want to see that, and you feel that might happen.
Sure.
That's exactly what I want to see.
So that's probably one of the first times I'm like, okay, I'm way over here, right?
Yeah.
I can just rip as hard as I want now, and I'm not going to throw it left.
Correct. I want to give you the confidence, because what you're trying to do, you're trying to hold on.
Yep.
And almost take out some of the speed, because if you release the club, it's going left.
Yeah.
My job now is to give you permission to be able to release it without the fear of going left. So it's more on top. Love that. You've covered the thumb. Don't let that change. That's okay. These first few, we're just going to get used to the feeling. What does it feel like first couple of shots? How does that feel in the hands?
The hand's okay. It's super awkward somewhere in here.
Yes. Your body's used to some different things going on.
And I keep wanting to cheat back.
Yeah, that's it. Good. Your club path is consistently to the right.
I mean, it's that way.
Yeah, your club path just swings three degrees to the right. That one, club face, was 4 degrees open to the path. And we know normally that your club face gets close to the path. At the moment, we're going to see everything with an open face. That means your relationship with the face to path, the face is open to your club path, which is perfect. So goal number 1 is to not go left. That's it. So I love that because it just sits like this, doesn't it? When you bring it up, the hand sort of sits on the side and just places and covers that thumb. That's it. There. Don't let it change. Beautiful.
I can literally just rotate as hard as I can, and I haven't done it yet.
No. We're going to get to that, don't worry.
Okay.
No, I'm going to get you hitting it straighter as well. So keep that right hand pressure on the thumb. That's it. Very nice. That was a good shot. Okay, we've hit 6 balls. Not one's gone left. That's it. It'll want to change, but I want you to really feel as in those fingers. Excellent.
Those are pretty predictable.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Look at the number again. 7.4 to the right.
Yeah, that's funny because I don't think I could hook it right now if I wanted to.
No, keep that right hand pressure on there. That's it there. I want to see it there. Very nice. That's good. Face was actually nice there. You just hit
Was that 178 carry?
Yep. Are you surprised at that, or
Yeah, I did. Yeah, a little bit.
did you think it went high, less or more?
It feels like there's a ton left in the tank.
Yeah.
And I have seriously I haven't even pushed yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Good.
I thought it would get weaker.
The one thing that's really important as well, I want to show you your average height. The last shot you hit, not that one, the one before, went 89 feet in the air. Okay. Tour pros are looking to hit each iron about 100 feet in the air.
Okay.
So you were at 90 feet, which is nice. Your average height is 77. We want the golf ball landing on a good angle. If it goes too low, there's no way you can access the flags.
Yeah, right.
This is why the tour pros, whether it's a 4-iron or a wedge, they want the peak height and the angle that it comes down to be pretty similar.
Yeah, right.
With every club, whether it's a 4 or a 6 or a 9-iron. But yours is a nice height there. At 90 feet, I think you're in a good window. I'm going to get into the next part, which is a little bit of strike. This is our whip. So let's take your setup for me. We don't need a ball on this one. Now just lift the club straight up in the air, like, that's it. Okay. So if you take your setup for us, we saw on your video that you like to, we had a bit of a sway, didn't we, on the way back? So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to try and make you sway.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pull you towards me, but you've got to resist against me. You've got to say, no, Andy, I'm going to win this. You're not strong enough to pull me over.
Got it.
But I want you to do a backswing as you do this. Okay, so let me just get in position. Let's do a backswing all the way to the top. Okay, what do you notice in that right foot?
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure, yeah?
Yeah.
Feel different?
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try that again. Okay, you let me know when you're ready.
Go.
Different feeling than you used to?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to make you sway here, and you've got to really work hard to stabilize that right side and build, that's it, build that tension in that leg. Feel the difference?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you feel it?
Inside.
Inside, yeah?
Inside front, actually.
Okay. As opposed to an outside.
I don't roll, but I could
There's
tell.
a little bit in there. A little bit of roll in there.
Yeah.
One more. Okay. Let's do a swing without me. Different or not? How did you feel with that lower body?
I felt it, what you're talking about. More importantly, I felt the result.
Okay. So the idea for me here is that if we can be more stable and with less movement this way, you're going to really build up this tension on the inside here so you can then push towards this side.
Right.
So we're sort of loading here to then push this way. At the moment, there's a little bit of this. It's almost like we have this sort of sway. It's nowhere near that much, but even a little bit will roll to the outside of this a little bit, and then we've not really built up that tension to load into this leg to then use the ground to really push back. Let's do that again for me. Do a backswing only. I'm going to give you a push from this way. So you're just going to swing back for me and you tell me when you're ready. See how easy that was for me?
Yeah.
I want you to fight against me. Okay, there you go. Okay, good, good. And again. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Feel the right leg working a little harder?
That's interesting. Okay. I got to feel like I'm...
So here's where I think it's come from, by the way. This is because we see this a lot. I'll steal your club. You mentioned that you were trying to get quite wide on the way back.
Yep.
Think about what wide can lead to.
Sure, yeah, reaching.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We see this all the time when golfers are trying to go with width. They'll instantly move off the ball. So I can still have width with rotation.
Sure.
See the difference there? So rotation with width. But if we're thinking I've got to go wide here, notice how everything goes.
Absolutely.
So for you, we want more of this sort of spiraling effect as opposed to we've got this little bit of lateral shift and we're not storing any of that power up in the ground there. So I think when you do a rehearsal, we'll rejig your rehearsal.
Okay.
To give it a slightly different feeling. Show me your old wide backswing. Good, so we've got a little bit of a sway into that hip there.
Yes.
So show me one where we coil into that right leg as opposed to sway. Okay, good, feel the difference there?
Yes.
Yeah. So this isn't necessarily for the direction. This is more for you to be able to really get this nice ball turf. If we're a little over this way, we bring the low point too far behind the ball. You're giving up greens because you're not making solid contact with the ball. And solid contact with irons it's just so important. We want to make sure that your low point is always this side of the ball. We want your club at the lowest point past the ball. So good grip, and then I want you to feel the pressure on the inside of that leg. That's nice.
So I pushed to force this one to break it.
Okay, good. That's it. Okay. Right hand more over. I want to cover the thumb. That's it. It'll want to creep back. You've got to be, there you go. You can also do a Scotty Scheffler. Scotty does this on every one. He's up here. Just as a bit of a check and then down. Just as a reminder for you, that's it. Almost building the club up there. That's it. It really just helps keep everything in place. Beautiful. There's a really nice golf shot. Height-wise on that as well. 84 feet. Good height. That's the height I want to see. Yes. Love that. Great leg work. Great leg work. Now we're going to straighten that up in a second. So here's one of the things that you can do actually as well. If you take your setup as if you're going to hit this ball. I need the sun, it'll be back out in a moment. Look at that. As soon as the shadow drill comes out, the sun goes. Right, we've got this outside your hip. I want to keep this in the sunlight. So if you take your setup, it's obviously in the sunlight here. If you sway, it's going to go in the shade. I want you to keep it in the sunlight for me. Good, feel the difference there. That's so different. And again, so it starts in the sun, and then it stays in the sun. Yeah. It's a different sensation when you're looking at that.
Oh yeah.
Do you get a sensation in the feet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Have a look at that. Excellent. It's a really simple drill that you can do as feedback, because sometimes we go, well, am I getting it? What is it? That just tells you instantly. It's the starter today, you would have been putting that in the shadow, in the shade. Now what you're doing is you're loading into this hip and much more rotation into this hip as opposed to that sway. Let's have another shot. So right hand over, that's it. Cover that thumb, there you go, beautiful. Now let's just feel that for me on this one. Really feel as if we can put pressure into that foot and then back and through. Nice. You've probably hit 15 to 20 balls now and not one has gone left.
They've all gone exactly the same spot.
Yep.
I could take that.
You said you wanted 3 things to work on when you go to the range. You're going to have 3. Yeah. Normally we would go 1 or 2, but I'm going to give you 3. You're going to have grip. You're going to have this turn load into this leg without sway.
Yes.
And then we're going to have one more thing, which we'll do in a second. If we think about this, the only thing that's changed in your golf swing as a result of the grip is what?
Oh yeah, the path.
The face.
The face, yeah.
Your path is consistently still to the right. So if we look at this here, your path is 3 degrees to the right. You watch a lot of our videos. How are we gonna get this left now?
I would probably just move slightly.
No, we're not changing the grip. We're keeping the grip
Not allowed
exactly
to, huh?
where it is. No, I don't want you to go back to the grip.
I have no idea.
Okay, that's fine. This is my job to know. This is my job. So take your setup. Okay.
Okay, same grip.
Same grip. Now, if I had the club face really closed like this,
Yes.
what have you got to do to hit it straight? So you swing down for me now and show you what you have to do. You have to sort of hold on to that face like this to hit it straight. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if I had your club face like this,
Yeah.
what do you have to do to square it up?
Turn
Turn your wrists.
my wrist conditions have to change.
Correct.
Yeah.
So all we're going to do now is just change how you release the club to square the face up, because you're so used to holding on to that face to stop it from going left. Now with a good grip, you don't need to. So what I'm going to ask you to do, we're going to allow you to swing through. We're going to allow a little bit of this on the way through.
Okay.
That feel different?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you wouldn't have done this before, because if you did, it was going left and further left. But now your club face wants to be here. So all we've got to do is we've got to encourage the toe to just work a little bit faster. Yeah, just to really allow it to happen. Allow that.
I've got like a death grip on it right now.
You had to before though. You were like, I've got to hold on to this to make sure it doesn't turn.
Exactly right.
We've literally took out the whole of the left side of the course today.
Absolutely.
All I want to do now is make sure that you don't hit the golf ball to the right. So we'll always say, feed what you need.
Yeah.
If you start hooking it again, you go, okay, I don't need to work it as much as that. You go, okay, that was a little too much. But we have to keep the grip. If the grip goes back to the old way, we're going to hook it out of bounds. I don't want you back in that place. Okay, good. Beautiful. What does that tell us?
I can just turn it more.
We can turn it more. Feed what you need. Closer, yeah?
Yeah.
What does the number say? Top right.
Negative.
-1. Closer, yeah? Really, really good.
Is that enough, or do we want more?
That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I threw it hard.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't it nice though? You can throw this hard now and it's not going to go left.
I mean, that was almost alarming to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do it enough.
You can't hook it when you're trying to hook it now, Tom.
I know.
You haven't been able to release and get this speed. You've been sort of, you've mentioned it doesn't quite seem athletic. This is a component. Getting the energy into these hands and allowing these to release.
Okay.
Okay, you've got a closed one in you. You have. Okay, good. That's fine. So you've got more than you need. Now you know where either side is. You know where right is. You know where left is. This one's going to be in the middle.
Absolutely. All right.
There's only one rule. You've got to keep that grip in the same place. Because if you go back to the old grip and you release it, you won't see your playing partners for the hole, basically.
I've never hit so many balls consistently the same place.
Well, if you went and played now, what would I tell you to do?
Hit those.
I'd definitely tell you to hit those. I'd tell you to aim left. Like if you went and played golf now, I'd say just keep the good grip and just aim a little left.
Sure.
Because everything would be predictably going to the right.
Yeah.
On the range though, I'd want you to groove in, trying to match the ball flight to your aim. But the moment now you know that your miss is not left, it's right. But you can play with a predictable miss.
Sure.
Okay, closer. That's exaggerated because I think this sometimes happens where we feel that we're doing a lot. In reality, it's just a little late. So you may be closing it, but it's probably just a little after the ball. So let's try this. So let's take your setup. So take your right hand off.
Take my right hand off?
Yeah, we're going to get the left hand to do this through the ball. Now look at that club. Where's that ball going to go if we do that?
Yeah, it's going to left.
It's going to go left, yeah? Try this. We don't need a club. Put your right hand in position for me. You feel it with the right hand, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I feel like I'm trying to close it down with.
Okay, there we go. So what I want you to do on the way through here now, I want you to get the red facing up. Good. That's what I want you to feel through the ball. I want you to feel a little earlier as well. Yours is a little late. That's too late. There you go. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Do that again. Couple more. Too late. There you go. Yes. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Keep going. Couple more for me. Too late. Good. Yes. I want you to imagine the same thing now with a club. I want you to just pay attention to the black here. What we want to do at impact, we want to be here, yeah? This is what I was seeing from you. I want you to notice where it is at impact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So it was sort of happening, but it was sort of happening here.
Yes.
And then I said, do it earlier. This is what you were doing. See the difference?
Yes.
So I'm getting this club closing down a little earlier so we can meet it here and then here. Yours at the moment is we're still leaving it a little here. We've got to get it turning down earlier. There we go. Good.
Yeah.
Interesting how hard you got to work to hit it left now, though.
Yeah, that's great. I can do this all day now.
Oh, so close.
That far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you can see it. It was half a degree. You knew it was that far. It's just that awareness for you now of where is that face. And
Well, now I know how to hit a fade and a hook.
Exactly.
God, that was just millimeters off.
Let's have a look how far off it was. Maybe a degree. So I got
to do it earlier.
We've just got to do it earlier. That's all. That's all we've got to do is earlier.
Just crank it earlier.
Yeah. The great thing is you practice twice a week. You know now you go to the range, you got three things. You go grip. Most importantly for direction is what we're doing now. The other thing with the right leg and the stability is the second thing that we want to work on. But it's more of that's sort of for future. It's hard to think of the two at the same time.
This one's going to be the shot of the day.
Okay, we got it.
There you go.
Okay, very nice. So if we look at the number on that, it has to be closed, it has to be to the left. 3.3 to the left, path 4 to the right. It's good. I'm going to show you something now. I'll show you the difference in the face, and it's only minor. It's so small. Let's just show you the difference because we haven't changed the golf swing. The only thing we want to change or see different is the club face. So there's your club face, pretty severe to the sky, and a very different angle if we compare that to your lead arm. Yep.
Right, yeah.
So two very different angles there. And that's what was really causing the face to be, or the shots to hook at the start. Yep. Now let's take a look at where the new one is. And in relation to that lead arm, it's very different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's still strong, but nowhere near as much. So you've got much better.
Should these be parallel?
In an ideal scenario, yes, but if we put you parallel today, your ball would be like on the 10th tee over there. So that's the last place. But for you, this is great. It's slightly stronger than, let's say, what would square be, but it's much weaker than where it was.
Sure. Gotcha.
Which is why now you're hitting it right or, well, you're certainly not hitting it left anymore.
Love it.
So that is the main thing. And the only difference is when we look at your grip, there's your old grip.
Yep.
Yep. And we look at that compared to
that one,
your new grip. It looks very different, doesn't it? Totally different.
Gotcha.
So key things for you, 3 things. We've got grip, covering the right thumb. We've got release or close that face now. Close it earlier than what you think. The ball flight's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. And then the third thing, which is more of an after thing once this is feeling good, which is to really feel as if we can turn and
use the shadow.
Not put the ball in the shade.
Thank you. Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Good stuff, Tom. Guys, hope that helps. Now, look, if you are like most golfers who are guessing what to work on, we have built a coaching plan for every single part of your game that gives you literally a step-by-step guide. If you want more information, click the link down in the description, and we'll see you next time.